Hi, Tiny Ninjas. It's Dad. It's really late at night for me. It is not that late for you. I think you guys are still actually in daycare. I love you so much. I hope that you're having a really good time. I'm having a nice time. I'm doing some neat things. I got to ride on the subway today. I got to go look at an interesting shopping mall. My phone broke, so I bought a new camera so that I could take pictures that you guys would be able to see. And I'm working real hard tomorrow. I'm doing a whole new thing and judging people in a contest to see who gets to come to the school at Singularity University. So we'll have some new friends who are going to be by this year. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and read you a new chapter because we kind of left a cliffhanger going on. A cliffhanger. That means there's interesting stuff going on and we don't know what's going to happen. So it's 11:25. It's between gym class and lunch. I waited until everyone in gym had returned to the locker rooms before I stepped out of the woods. The other ninjas had changed clothes and returned with the rest of the class. Mr. Cooper wasn't too attentive, so the fact that I wasn't with them slid past him pretty easily. With Zoe's backpack slung over my shoulder, I started hiking across the track and field. If I went in through the gymnasium doors, I was sure to get caught, so I decided to walk around the school to where the front door offices were. The bag was heavy on my back, heavier than a normal bag should be anyway. I imagined she had all her textbooks in it, but I knew that wasn't the truth. Why would Wyatt call it vengeance if I were simply delivering an item to the lost and found? My stomach curdled once more, and I couldn't take it. Zoe was my cousin, and even though she hurt my feelings, she was still family. I'd already betrayed her once, and I didn't want to do it again. I set the bag on the sidewalk and stared at it. I didn't want to see what was inside, partially because whatever was in there was there because I'm an idiot. It's my fault that Zoe was in this mess, and I was prepared to do whatever it took to get her out of it. My hands shook as I grabbed the zipper. It's kind of hard to show shaking hands. I guess it'd look like that. Oh, that's kind of weird. Wait, let me try that again. My hand. It's shaking so fast. Okay, anyway, my hands shook as I tried to grab the zipper. The cold piece of metal stung from pinching it too tightly. I clenched my jaw and decided to treat the bag like a Band-Aid. Rip it open and get it over quickly. I jerked my hand into the air, unzipping Zoe's red backpack. The bag lifted off the ground and flipped upside down. As it landed, hundreds of coins rolled out as lumps of cash fell to the pavement. Here's a picture of it. Okay. Oh no, I whispered. My knees betrayed me and I fell to the ground, staring at all the money that spilled from the red bag. There was a yellow sheet of paper sticking out from under the coins. I could only read part of it, but I knew what it was. When I yanked it free, I found that I was right. Student Hunger Drive, Money Donations, was printed in bold black ink on yellow paper. The food drive money that was found missing this morning had somehow reached its way into Zoe's backpack. The ninjas had stolen it and were planning on framing her. We should talk about what framing means. Hit pause if you need to. So this was bad, not just bad, but epic bad, like end of the world bad. Zoe wouldn't just get a slap on the wrist for something like that. She would get expelled, and then it would be on her permanent record. Her parents would ground her for the rest of her life. My parents would never let us hang out again together. She'd probably grow old and die alone because of the contents of this backpack. I couldn't take it to the office, not even if I told them the truth, because, come on, a ninja clan in the woods wants to frame a 6th grade girl because she refused to join? I just lived through it, and even I don't believe it. I scooped the loose change and clumps of paper money back into Zoe's backpack, and then I remembered that Braden said it was nearly $3 grand that was stolen. Now, if you've never held $3 grand in a backpack, let me tell you right now, it's not very light. Paranoid, I made sure nobody was outside watching me. If Wyatt was able to steal all this money from the front office, he could easily be spying on me right this moment. 11:30 a.m. lunch. I decided against walking through the front doors of the school for obvious reasons. If anyone had stopped to ask what I was doing, I knew I'd buckle and act super suspicious. I guess a backpack with $3,000 will do that to you. Instead, I walked to the doors of the cafeteria. Coincidentally, they were next to the gym doors, so the trek wasn't that far. The cafeteria was bustling with activity as kids walked to their tables with trays filled with gross food. I could see Zoe at a table with her friends. Emily was right next to her. Braden was sitting alone at the table nearest the door. Once I snuck in, I immediately dashed to the seat across from him. This is what that looks like. Sitting right next to him. He looked up from his tray. "Where's your food?" I continued to scan the room for Wyatt. Not so hungry." Braden took a bite of his mashed potatoes. "What's with the backpack?" "You know," I said, still keeping an eye out. I couldn't see Wyatt anywhere. "Sometimes I just carry my bag around." With a mouthful of food, Braden spoke, pointing his fork at the bag. "That's not your bag, dummy. That's Zoe's." "What?" I asked, shocked. "How did I grab the wrong bag? How silly of me." "Shut up," Braden said with a hint of anger in his voice. "You have it on purpose. What's your deal, Chase?" I glanced at the werewolf hunter across the table as he took the drink from his milk carton. His eyes were soft and doughy. Could he be trusted? We'll see. "This bag is filled with money from the food drive." Braden spit out his milk, spraying it across the table in my face. He punched at his chest as he coughed out the words, "Are you serious?" I wiped the milk off my cheeks. "Yeah. You keep it down, will you?" "Did you steal that money?" He leaned over and whispered. "No, but I have it now," I replied. "This is Zoe's bag, and I'm supposed to take it to the office. Wyatt wants to frame her for stealing the money so she'll get in trouble." "In trouble is what she'll wish she got in. More than likely she'll get in dead meat." "I know," I said, "and I don't know what to do." Braden leaned forward and looked over both his shoulders. I think to make sure no one was listening in on our conversation. "You need to get the cash back into the container in the office." "Of course, that's what I'd love to do, but I doubt that's as easy as walking it in there," I said loudly. Luckily, the students in the cafeteria were louder. Braden leaned back in his chair and pried open his milk carton. After taking a sip, he set the drink back down on his tray, and then with a milk mustache, he spoke. "I'll provide the distraction. No worries there. We'll do it after I finish my food." "I hope you know what you're doing," I said, genuinely feeling a glimmer of hope for the first time since I found the money. He nodded as he finished his meal. Yeah, it was the weirdest thing. He just kept on nodding while eating his food. But was I going to say anything about it? Nope, because he was going to help me. Braden had moved up the ladder from a person I hardly knew to a true friend. And that is the end of that chapter. I'm going to go ahead and pause there. We're about 3/4 of the way through the book, so that's pretty good. We only have maybe 3 more chapters to go, if that. I love you guys. I'm going to stop, and we will get to another one soon. Bye.